Recording starting. Maybe we'll wait for it to actually record. Cool. Okay, so welcome everybody to our monthly meeting. And if you are joining in on Zoom or if you're going to watch the recording because of timing and whatnot, welcome. We are, I guess my goal, so if you haven't met me, I'm Grace Wright, an executive area manager, and I live in Bozeman, Montana. And my goal is to do the best that I can to attend a live meeting because it's easy to Zoom people in, like all of you all. It's easy to Zoom people in, but then go live where I will get to give recognition. So I won't be able to do this all the time, but just a heads up, that's my goal because it's like a really big deal. It's what we work for in Arbonne, and getting flowers, like coming home with a huge bouquet of flowers, like I do it every month. So when you don't do it, you're kind of bummed because you're like, oh, it sucks. Like, where's my flowers? Like, I look more forward to flowers from Arbonne. I honestly do from my husband, so just don't tell him that. So I'm going to cover the categories that we give recognition for. So the first one is qualification for district manager, and district is the first level in Arbonne. And at this level, like I teach people to promote in 1 to 2 months. But at this level, your average paycheck is anywhere from $300 to $700, depending on what you're doing personally. So we'll cover people in qualification. And to get into to get recognition for qualification for district, you need to hit $2,500 minimum in team sales. And for you to promote to district, you need to have hit $6,000 in 2 months. 1,000 of that needs to be personal. So we've got some district managers on the call, and like a lot of people, this is going to be your first goal because you want to hit that so you can go straight to area and then show people how to be doing the 2,500 so they can be in qualification, and then they can go area too by duplicating. So top district is Jennifer Peace with over $5,000 in sales. And I have a ton of flowers for this girl because her recognition has been piling up for the last few months because I haven't been up here. So I just bought her a bouquet of flowers. So I'm going to give her hugs for all this, but then at the end, she's just going to get to keep a bouquet of flowers. And then, yeah, that would, I totally lost my train of thought. So your top district. So yay for Jennifer, you can get a And the next level is area manager. And as an area manager, you can will your business. Oh, you also hit a bonus at every month, but normally we'll save the bonuses to the last. But at area manager, you also get to will your business. And as an area manager, you and your team are hitting minimum of $10,000 a month. To become an area manager, you need $24,000 in 2 months. And same thing, like I want to say that there's a minimum for yourself that you have to do in volume. And Arbonne does that, so you're not able to promote somebody or sign somebody up and just keep writing them to the top. Like, you still have to work your business. So at the time, it might kind of suck, but it's really a good thing. So just be happy for it. So top area, or as an area manager, your paycheck is anywhere from, like, the worst paycheck I've ever had as an area manager was still almost $1,300. And it goes from there anywhere up to $4,500 a month. Know that on the top end of these averages, that's when you're hitting numbers that are putting you in qualification for the next level. And same thing, your paycheck can range like easily $1,000 a month based on what you're selling in new preferred client ASVPs, because you get roughly $50 for everyone that you sell. So top area is myself. So good job, you guys. And also as a team, we're this close to being halfway to nation, and we're consistently this close to being halfway to nation. So it'll be cool to see people popping up and you guys promoting, because it's as a team. Like, once you've been a part of a team going region, it's awesome. Like, you see what it does, and it gives you a fire in your gut that nobody can put out. So, but like, I'm excited, but I'm really excited because everybody watching, it's if you personally know someone that goes region and you are part of the team propelling that person to region, people listen to you differently because you have a different confidence. Like, you know that it works because you just watched it, right? So the different levels through, like, the region's the level that you get your car, and we will be the next team in Montana to be getting a car. So that level, the average income is anywhere from about $4,500 a month to, not kidding, $16,000. And averages for people are like right in between, but again, it depends on what your team is doing in numbers. National Vice President is the top level of Arbonne, and at that level, the average paycheck is $23,000 a month. So at every level, you can earn cash bonuses. So district manager, you have done $5,000 in your central district. So think of yourself like a little tent, and we're going to refer to this a lot for new people coming on and watching. Like, think of your little tent. Even if you promote somebody, so I have my tent, and I'm a district manager, even though I'm an area, okay? I still have a central district. I promote Jen out to the side. She has her own tent, but I still have my central district tent. Does that make sense? And then Nancy, I promote Nancy out to the side, and she has hers, but I still have mine. So by doing this, Arbonne lets you double bonuses. So you can earn a bonus in every category, and they will always pay you the highest bonus. So if I earn 3 bonuses, they're going to pay me the top bonus, even though I did the volume and the signups to earn all of them. Okay. So district bonus, you have $5,000 in your central tent, and you have more than 5 new either preferred clients or consultants that are sponsored with a minimum of 150 order. And so, like, as we're talking, we're training on, like, don't just sign people up with minimums. Don't just sign them up with a membership. Sign them up with orders. It's because it's your paycheck, and it's working on your bonuses, but then they also get a free gift, okay? So as a district manager, you get a $200 bonus, and the bonus earners for this month is Jennifer Peace and myself. I should have you on this side. Whack my head. On that, and top sponsoring, we give recognition for anybody who has sponsored more than 5. And Jennifer Peace has top sponsoring with 7 new preferred clients and consultants with over the minimum. So congratulations again. She didn't know all of this. So I'm just going to go ahead and give you the whole bag, and you can have, well, you can put water in them. Thank you. You're welcome. You get hugged a lot in Arbonne. If you don't like hugs, Arbonne is not for you. Or like Misty, you just get over it. You get warned and you get over it. So I'm going to jump into training because it's going to be really quick, and you guys will have a challenge. And then at the end, I'm going to cover just really quickly announcements and upcoming meetings and whatnot like that. So as most of you know or are putting pieces together, Deanna Heron is not our Central National Vice President, but she is adopting us. So she's doing a areas training call every other Saturday. And the last couple she's done on getting started, like starting new people. Well, some of those things weren't completely relevant to us because as our whole team in the last, since February, our whole team has been adopting some of the things that she's been showing me what to like integrate with what we were doing. And I was at the point where I was just like, whatever, I don't even care. Like, clearly what we're doing is not working. Throw it out. Like, let's do everything new. What do you have? And she went through some of our files and she's like, what you have is seriously astounding. Like, this is kick-ass. You're not throwing it away. So we just started integrating pieces that we didn't have from her and then kind of updating some of the things that we did have so that you guys wouldn't be lost if you listened to her on a training call. You could put the pieces together or connect dots from what we're using to what she's training on. Does that make sense to everybody? Even you guys on the computer? Just nod your heads if yes. Okay. So through that, some of the things that she's been training on, I haven't really had to pass on to you because you guys are all already getting all of it brand new. So it's like literally in a sense, retraining my entire team. Not completely, but I know as you guys on the learning side, it feels that way. For everybody who's new, welcome. You're getting in after all the kinks are worked out, and it's not as hard. But for everybody else, it's almost like you're taking what you've known or what you've seen through Arbonne working, and it's literally being thrown out, and you feel like you're having to redo everything again. But just know, and even Deanna commented again on this, just know that what we threw out, quote unquote, was only the things that were not working or that people were constantly struggling with to make it easier for people, new people coming in. And even just on having the new add-ons for Judy's team, like watching people, for Krista's team, for some of the new things I've done for different consultants, it's enticing and it's making people want to come back in, because what we had before was overwhelming because it was just like spewed at you and there was no system for steps. So a lot of what we're going through, if you ever feel like I am sitting here with a box and I am making you stay in this box as much as possible, I am in a sense, but I just want you to learn the edges. What you're going to do on the inside when you know what the edges is going to give you so much freedom. So just trust that it's not just me wanting to control it. It's me wanting to show you the easiest way to learn it. Because I was talking with Bree this morning as we were going over some of her training strategy, and what she even made a comment, what I was asking for, I literally would be having to come back steps to catch up. And I was like, exactly. Like, if you were willing to trust me, I will never do something that I know is going to be harmful to you guys. And like, I wouldn't be begging Deanna Heron for help if I was trying to screw you guys over, because we're not even in her team. She does not have to help us, but she is. So the call that we just did on Saturday, last month when Arbonne launched the lowered consultant fee for the 30 days, don't ever tell people when a special comes out. We can't tell people that it goes from now till XYZ, because they will never buy products they will not take action until the very last day of that cycle. So you always take what Arbonne gives us, be smart, break it down, and it is month to month, because at any point they can take it away. Okay, even our free gifts. The free gifts that they just added, the night cream, the rest of the RE9, the whole RE9 line, the mask, they can take that away or change it at any time that they want. So if somebody's asking, well, how long do I have until I get this with that free gift? I honestly don't know. All I know is that it's on a sheet right now. So I know that they're going to honor that to the end of that month. I have no clue if they're going to change it the next month. And I'm legitimately saying this. I don't know. So ASVPs, those are likely not going to go away, but same thing. Arbonne can take them away at any point, because Judy brought up preferred clients. Are they able to use the 125 for 25 and build their own package? They used to be able to. And at the end of a month, it went away. Why? Because it wasn't helping those preferred clients reorder. So they gave it to consultants to make it a benefit for you to be a consultant, so that people had to upgrade to get that benefit. So Deanna was talking about, and we talked about this last month, what do we tell people for the $39.50? We don't just go out and sign everybody up. We don't go and just upgrade everybody, but there are people that use more products when they are consultants because it's cheaper. So here's a fact. If you're writing stuff down, remember this number. 98% of preferred clients do not order again after their first order, which is astounding, but depending on your relationship with them, it's very true. So when Arbonne, before we had preferred client systems, which is like how I signed up as a wholesale buyer, that's how Martina signed up, that's how Krista signed up the first time. Like, we signed up as consultants because that was it. It was that or retail. So there was no differentiation in between the two, but because of that, people use more products. And I can tell that in that people order more if they see the discount in their cart. So she said, use your gut. Don't offer it just to everybody, but upgrade to people that are smart. And most people do not know how this business works. So as we're doing one-on-ones, and you guys are fortunate, I've noticed, and a lot of it's in how I've seen a breakdown and like a gap in people's teams, and I've hammered it into you guys to not do the same thing. We don't just go do one-on-ones with products. A lot of people do, a lot of teams do, because if you do that, you will only ever leave selling products. If you were using the Is Arbonne for You sheet and you're covering the whole breakdown of the products, where the products are sold, how they're sold, the breakdown of the business, and then you give them the option of 1, 2, or 3, you're going to sign up and sponsor over 60% more consultants because you talked about something that you were maybe not comfortable to talk about. So because of that, you're giving people the option. Do they want to become a preferred client, or do they want to join Arbonne for $39.50? They only have until the 15th of this month to do the $39.50. And did you know that whatever goal you put in your head of how many consultants you're going to sign up by the 15th of the month is how many you're going to hit? So look at it. Okay, worst case scenario, you only hit 80% of it. You cannot aim an arrow at a goal. Okay, you can't aim an arrow and pull it back and just shoot it and be excited when it hits somewhere if you don't even know where you're aiming in the first place. So figure out, how much do you want to add to your team before we even launch new products in 3 weeks? 10 is the first number I thought of for me too. So it's like, how many do you want to add? And then the next step is, are you doing the action to get it? Because that's all, we always are awesome at goals. We're like, oh my goodness, I just had this huge goal. I'm so proud of myself. I can't wait to do X, Y, Z. And then you open a calendar and it's blank page, blank page, blank page. It will not happen. Whatever your goal is, you have to break down your goal by numbers. If you are brand new, write these numbers down. It is every one-on-one you do, it's an average of 150 in volume. Okay, you're going to have people that are 2,000 in volume, and you're going to have people that are 0. But the average one-on-one will bring $150 in volume. For every presentation that you do, where there are 3 or more guests, you'll have an average of $500 in volume. And using the host reward system that we use, and I'll just talk about this because I'm sure it's going to come up for questions. The host reward system that we use, where you are using the host sheet, where they can pick products at your cost or build 50% off packages at your cost. If you have a $0 party, almost every single time, that will give you a $500 party. Worst case scenario, it gives you a $250 volume party because they're using your half price build your own 50% off package, right? And a host is going to want to. And then for 3, when she's got 3 orders, then we give her the sea salt scrub. If it's somebody that's a client and they just keep hosting and they already have a sea salt scrub, obviously they can't use 10. Be smart, be kind, give them something that's along the same price range. Maybe even after their 4th or 5th party, give them a primer for free. But whatever you're gifting them, give them products that are in different categories that they probably have not used yet, so that you're getting them on different products, okay? Because normally everything that they're given as a gift, they will come back and reorder if you show them how to use it. So most people that sign up for the $39.50, it's not a big deal if they hit their 12 and 12 for the first year, because they're going to get that discount regardless. But look for the people that are. People that, if you know that they're going to order or they're going to do the healthy living 3 months in a row, upgrade them to consultant. they're getting a bigger discount. Yes, they're giving up their preferred client rewards, but they're getting a bigger discount. And if they see that number when they're just on Arbonne's website shopping, they'll try a face wash, then they'll try a deodorant, then they'll try, like, they'll just keep expanding. So start showing people how this business works. And here's where you will probably start taking notes. We have done this, and Deanna said, use your gut, be smart, don't just do it for everybody. If somebody blatantly tells you, no, I will not work this as a business, if they host for you, do not put all of the preferred clients that you sponsored that night under them. But if you show them what you just did at their party, and do not do it in dollars, don't do it, well, kind of do it in dollars more so, don't do it in Arbonne volume because they don't understand it. Don't do it in, oh, I sold 3 SVPs and I sponsored 2 people as consultants and I did this. They don't understand it. Just say, literally, from what we did tonight, you're going to make a paycheck. Don't even tell them what it is. You pretty much have the beginnings of your business. Is this something that you would like to do? And if they say no, don't force it. That's totally up to them. But if they say, you know, I'm not sure, I think that maybe further down the road it might be a better fit. If they are above a 5 normally, put those preferred clients under them. And then when they get a paycheck, and you're giving up your paycheck now to get hundreds of thousands of paychecks later from that same person. So yes, I get that people need right now money, and we all do, but it'll even out. That's why you're not giving away everything that you do. But be smart, weigh it out. Sometimes I look back and there's people that I wish maybe I hadn't given it to, but they were going to work. They were going to do this. And then if you watch and they are not the consultant reaching out to those preferred clients, reach out to them. Keep that preferred client. And Deanna gave an example of somebody who they did this with. They put all the preferred clients under this girl. She didn't end up working the business, but like 3 or 4 preferred clients deep is now a direct national vice president. So, like, is this showing you the importance of a card box to follow up with people? Like, we cannot physically remember to follow up with all these people. Use your card box. And if you aren't sure what your card box is, we probably haven't gotten to that yet, but we will. So in that, when they get a paycheck, and her example was she was making over $10,000 a month every single month as a physician's assistant. And when she got her first Arbonne paycheck, she was excited. Her first paycheck was $30. It's like, it doesn't matter. She goes, you just know the work you put in for that. And you're excited because you're like, this is so cool. Like, look what I just did. Whatever that paycheck is for somebody, if they see what the power of numbers can do, that's all that we need. So get into the mindset of we're showing people how to build a business. Very few people are going to see Arbonne as a business and it will click and make sense like that. Normally, it takes seeing it in other businesses. It takes watching somebody else. It takes experiencing it for you to know what it is. But then start looking for the people that are doing the numbers, that are working the numbers. Look for the people who are doing $2,500 a month, no matter what. And to give you a goal that you, as a brand new consultant, should be shooting for, you want to be doing $5,000 in your central district, like hitting your bonus. Your first goal is to hit your district bonus every single month as a district manager, like clockwork. If you are not hitting your bonus, that is why you are not promoting. Because you have to have the amount in sales and you have to have the amount of new people coming in for your business to grow. So if it's not happening with people on your team, take responsibility and do it yourself. Will it look a little bit different? Yes. Are you going to re-strategize maybe your reach out methods and go from things that are bringing you maybe $150 in sales to 500 plus? Probably. But just watch for it. Do it in your head. So as people start doing 2,500, then that's where you can look at it in your business and think of a brick. If somebody is not doing 2,500, to you in your business, they're not a brick. They're the mortar. Because you're going to need people that are placing $150 orders. You need people that are placing $300 orders, even $1,000 orders. But if consistently somebody's hitting a minimum of 2,500 new and you, like themselves and new people they're bringing on, that's a brick, okay? And that's going to keep growing. A lot of times too, when somebody starts a business, if you don't have what you need to start a business, you can't be successful. And I know that not everybody is able to just sign up and buy the anti-aging package, the nutrition package, the cosmetic line. But you need to have a plan of what you're doing in work and how you're earning it to pay for it for yourself, to get it. Because if you don't have those products to be able to go do your own presentations, what are you going to do now that your training period's up? Like, it just kind of dies. So be smart. A lot of times you have to invest and have a little bit of debt to have a healthy business, and there's always going to be sacrifice. And I know that you guys watching me, you're like, oh, well, you don't have kids to go to their games. You don't have kids to miss their lessons. You don't have this. You're right, I don't. Part of that is because I knew what it looked like for parents that had to put their kids in daycare, and I didn't want to be that. So is it all on purpose that I don't have a kid? No. But in my head, I know what I want so that I cannot have somebody else raising my kid. But then I'm over here being stressed about money. And will everybody be different? Yes. But whatever your sacrifice is, it won't be me telling you what you have to sacrifice. You'll know, like you'll feel it in your heart. You'll know. If I asked you right now to write down on the side of your paper what your sacrifice is, every one of you will come up with something. For me, honestly, a lot of it's hanging out with people that I'm not working with. Like I've been in work mode for a while, and it kind of has ups and downs, or like a roller coaster in some senses. And I'm learning how to have a balance in hanging out with people that have nothing to do with Arbonne. But if I see you in Arbonne and I'm working with you on a daily basis, I'm probably going to be closer, and you're going to know more about me because we're literally talking every 2 to 3 days. Instead of somebody being like, I can't get a hold of you. Why aren't you ever answering your phone? I'm working. But having a balance, and you will always be off balance. There's even a thing, training that I just watched, that he was talking about your tables, your table legs. And if we think that success is going to look like this, and all of these areas of our life are just going to raise together, and the table's going to be flat, when in reality, it's always going to be like this. Something will always be stronger. Depending on what area of your life is, your relationship with God is going to be stronger than at other times. Your family is going to be stronger. Your work is going to be stronger. But as long as those are all raising at the same level, your whole journey will look like this as you go up, right? It's not going to be just flat and easy. And as soon as you get a rhythm, you think you have a rhythm, then something happens, and it's something where you have to be up super early in the morning, and it just messes up your day, and your whole table topples over. Like we can't live that way. So work with the maybes, make them a maybe who sees the potential. They're going to promote to district when they see the numbers. And if PCs know the consultant, so say you just did a presentation, and this to me isn't such a big worry, because I guess I'm to the point now where I'm not as scared. I will talk to every person at the presentation, whether I know the consultant or not. If you're a brand new consultant and I've never met any of their guests, I'm going to talk to everybody just the same. Yeah. But talking to every single person and treating every single person the same, be you. So you don't run into that you sponsor that host as a consultant, and every one of the people that bought from her quit buying because they had a relationship with her. Like, you need to be you, so that if she steps out of the way, even just call them and thank them for their order, even if you aren't their technical consultant. You were at the party, right? Call them, thank them for their order. If they know your name, add them on Facebook. Like, start to build depth in other people's networks, so that if this person quits and she has 5 people that were buying from her, she quits, 9 times out of 10, those people will move over to you, even though she could have even moved businesses. If they like you, they will keep buying your product, right? And we know that people buy products from people that they know, like, and trust. If they know, like you, and trust you, they will move to you. So here's a little challenge for you. Create a clients page group or a clients group page. So on Facebook, create a page that is just for your clients. And this will be where you're posting things about maybe short Facebook Live videos on your favorite products. Call it your VIP group. And then that way, people in your news feed, if they aren't all over Arbonne and aren't as excited about Arbonne as you are, you're not going to annoy them with your posts. And for me, this is almost challenging because, like, I want a little bit of both. You know, like, you want to have people see your lifestyle and whatnot. So Deanna's answer to this was have a group page, and you want to do a page, not a separate business page, because they would have to go like the business page to see what the information on it. So if it's a closed group where you're adding people, but put your settings so that other people can add people too, you'll end up with people adding friends, but make your information that you're sharing, make it relevant, give them tips, and give them facts. And you can post, like, not a lot of your life is going to be in here, but it will be if your life is using Arbonne products. So you can, like, I'm selling sleep spray. I've had a lot of people asking about sleep spray now because I posted a post on sleep spray with the hashtag of how many sprays or what's your number of sprays, because everybody is going to need a different amount of spray for sleeping. So I posted 2 facts about it. The hashtag was natural melatonin. Like, use hashtags to your advantage. People know it's Arbonne. They're not stupid. Like, I'm an Arbonne consultant, right? So in your page, post that. And then you can say something on your personal page about, wow, I used our sleep spray last night and I slept like a baby. There's no picture. There's no, you know, like, you're not advertising. You're just living it. So you're pretty much being a living billboard. So start that and start adding people that are already buying from you, people that have been to presentations. So, and then just tell them, maybe message them and say, hey, I added you. This is my VIP page where I will post, we have a ton of new products coming out. I'll post random facts about certain different products. And if at any time this isn't for you, you're more than welcome to leave the group. If at any point you would like me to re-add you again, you know, like, just be real and normal, or it's not really pushy or them feeling like they have to do it. But do not add people and not tell them, or, like, don't ever do challenges where, oh, add 10 people to this group and then I'm going to put you in a drawing for blah, 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 because nothing's going to piss people off more than constantly being added to groups that they know nothing about, that they have to go delete themselves from. Okay? So you're going to know who to add. You're going to know who to show how to make a paycheck, but just work with the maybes. And I covered that already. We need to stop overcomplicating how we work Arbonne as a business. People don't know what it takes. People don't know what it looks like. And most people don't know how to weave it in and out throughout their life. We need to show people simply. Just show them when they start as a consultant, show them how to earn their own products. Have them, and I've started doing this with people that I signed up that I know want the discount and are not going to work the business. Show them how, when they host, like, every 2 to 3 months, they make enough money to pay for their own products, because then they're getting clients. And you can use a phrase like this when you're talking to people about adding people to your group, or adding, like, we've got I Want It All packs coming out, and for everybody who's been to Vegas, we know what those are. So we don't know the product in them, but I can tell you right now we're getting a new skincare line, because every post Arbonne's posting has some form of lotion in it. Have you noticed? It's a smear of lotion and then a hashtag in the smear of lotion. Like, we're getting a new skincare line. Why else would we need the Genius Ultra at launch night? put the pieces together. So tell people things or something along the lines of, our new products are phenomenal. You will want to order them ASAP. So if you are sitting, if you have a client and build this like literally within the next week, be working on this and diligent. If you build a client product page while you are in Vegas, you get the I want it all sets. As many as you want to buy, you get them at that cost. How cool would it be if you already have your client page built and you can just post videos and like show them some before and afters, because you can do live videos and all this stuff while we're there, right? Like we're going to get to go. Deanna has like 3 or 4 I want it all sets that she bought and is bringing to Vegas that we all get to go see after, like in the reception the night after the launch. So right after launch, there's no products to go buy because we'll have all bought them on our app. So you're going to get to go to the product experience. Well, she's doing a reception in her room with her central team, which we're in, and we all get to go see the new products. So you can literally take pictures and before and after photos right then and there and be posting them to your Facebook client group and selling I want it all sets, but selling them and shipping them directly from Arbonne to that person or whatever right there and then that night. So April is one of Arbonne's largest months. April and December are 2 of the biggest months in Arbonne, one September, because we get new products, because we have a ton of new stuff launching, and like it's a ton of excitement. And do you notice I'm wearing yellow? Like pure joy. Yes, I want it all there for consultants only. So you will be buying an I want it all. If somebody's selling it, if you're selling it to your clients, you'll be buying an I want it all and then selling it to your client. So depending on what our price is, I would say let's look at the cost, because in Vegas we get it a lot cheaper. And most of the time, I would maybe say do it at 40% off, but you can look, if you have really good preferred clients that are going to, because normally your really loyal preferred clients will be the ones that buy it. It's not a bad idea to sell them that many products that are brand new at your discount, because they're buying consistently throughout the year. So what do you want your paycheck to be for April? How much do you want to pocket and have as a cash paycheck from April? So I'm going to challenge you to figure out that number and then do the work to, like, as an activity, to have the appointments, either one-on-ones or group presentations, where you're selling and sponsoring that many ASVPs to get that number. And what I'm meaning is every ASVP you sell, you automatically make anywhere from $47 to like $55 if someone is a brand new preferred client and buys that ASVP. Okay, how many of those do you have to sell to make $500? As a brand new consultant, or as any consultant, you are also able to make a $100 bonus. Get your policies and procedures and your success plan out and start looking at the numbers so you know. Go look up on the source. What do you have to earn your consultant bonus? What do you have to do to get into qualification for district? What do you have to do to complete district in a month? Start doing the numbers and then doing the activity. And if you focus on the activity, the numbers will always come. And on our group page, our team group page for Facebook, go click on the link to Google Drive, go under goals and trackers, and there is a sheet. I'm going to give you a few sheets actually. There's a sheet that says monthly reflection. And I want you guys to get in the habit of looking at that sheet and filling it out every month, because it asks you, what did you like? What were you proud of yourself for last month? Looking back, what would you do differently? It makes you think, but then it asks you, it's kind of going back to, you can think as much as you want, but if you don't take an action or turn directions, nothing's going to move, right? So what action are you going to take to turn yourself to get a different result this month? Nobody can answer this for you. If you're stuck or you feel stuck, tell me, and we can, like, I'll help you figure out what it is for you. But it's powerful because I can look back at last month and I can see what I did that I didn't like that I won't repeat this month. And that's the only way you as a team are going to grow. But you can't grow other people if you're not growing yourself first. Okay? Then I'm also going to have you go find these 2 sheets. And there are so many tracker sheets. I'm going to tell you right now, if you are ever listening to an Arbonne call on SoundCloud, or if you're on the Go for the Gold call, whatever you're finding, it doesn't matter what call it is, do not change directions and start following what somebody else is doing, because they are training for their team. They just shared it and made it public. That does not mean that every time we listen, this is what our team would look like, okay? We would hear something from Donna Johnson, who is not even our upline, and we'd go this way. And then we'd hear something from Cecilia Stoll, and then we go this way. And then we hear something from so-and-so, and we go this way. And then we hear something from Beth, and we go this way. It's like we could do that constantly, and you're never leaving this little area. If you want to go in your path, go for what we are being taught by the person that's leading us. And the things that the trackers that we will use, you're going to see a 40 faces. And on the website, this is going to be in really bright colors. If you want to save yourself some ink, print it in black and white. If you need some color in your life, print it in color. But it tells you on there, 1 to 10. When you've talked to 10 people, and this is the only way you get to count a person on here is that you talk to them about the Arbonne story, meaning you show them the products and you show them the business, and then they made a choice of what do they want to do, 1, 2, or 3. Where are they on a scale of 1 to 10, right? 1 to 10, you've talked to 10 people in a month, you're getting in the game. Okay, you're going to make a little paycheck. If you've talked to 20 people, you're moving and grooving. If you've talked to 30 people, you're running with the champions. If you talk to 40 people, you are on fire and you'll be promoting right and left. So this is what you want to be looking at. How many times are you telling the Arbonne story? However many people are at a presentation. Say if you attend a presentation and there's 6 people, you got to write their names down for six things. So the best way to fill this sheet really fast is to do presentations. Obviously, because of one-on-one, you're only going to get to fill 1 person at a time. If that's what it takes for you and that's where your schedule is, that's fine. Do what your schedule is. No one is making you pick how you're running this, okay? But don't look at me, who wants to be filling this out, and this month is going to be filling this out right and left. My goal literally is to have a presentation almost every night before we go to Vegas, because I know how much those products cost and I want to earn the money to pay for them before I even get there, okay? Like, don't look at me and then feel bad that you're not doing what I'm doing, or you can't work Arbonne because you can't be me. All I'm doing is playing this numbers game, and I'm going to go through the circles faster. You can decide how fast you want to go through the numbers, okay? So find that one, and then to keep you on track, you're going from a business where everybody has a to-do list, everybody has jobs, you know what you get up and do every day at your job, to, oh, hey, you work for yourself. Welcome, this is awesome. Oh, well, what do? I have no clue what to do. This is a to-do sheet that you put a check mark next to, and you only get to put a check mark next to it when you've done it for that day. Start filling this in, because you cannot work your business all the time, and you cannot work your business sometimes, but you can work your business part-time. So whatever you're doing, if you're working it all the time, you're going to get burned out. And if you're working it sometimes, you're only ever going to get enough going to be frustrated, but never enough to really make a paycheck. But if you're working it consistently in small amounts, if you do something for yourself every day, you'll be putting check marks next to this. And Martina made this, so hands up, whatever, you know what I want to say, clap for Martina, because this is like, we were struggling with, how do we show new people what to do? Like, once you've got your 10 activities for the month, what do? Well, you're going to have a checklist. You need to make sure you got something to eat for dinner. You need to make sure you're reading, whether you're doing mentoring, you're reading Arbonne stories to build your belief, you need to clean your house, you need to make your bed. Like, these are little things, they don't take very much time. But if you've ever read the book, The Slight Edge, and if you haven't, put it on your to-do list. This is the Slight Edge in action. Everything on here is extremely easy to do. It is also extremely easy not to do. But in 8 months, when we go back and we look at the people who are working, whatever you track grows. If you're tracking how many people you talk to about the Arbonne story, it's going to grow. Why? Because it's real, it's in your face, you can't hide from it. If you're tracking what you did for your business every day, what you do for your business is going to grow. Why? Because it's real, it's in your face, and if there aren't check marks on here, you can't lie to yourself. But what happens is, over time, you're going to be going along and it'll feel like nothing matters. It's not really going to matter if I read my winning image story or not before I go to bed. It's not really going to matter if I read it in the morning. It doesn't really matter if I say my goals every day, 5 times a day. You'll be going along, and very slightly, you will see these two paths start to separate, and they keep going, and then all of a sudden, they hockey stick up or down. So you'll be going along, and what seemed like it took forever to build and build and build, literally what will feel like overnight will double, and you will go skyrocketing up or skyrocketing down. And then instead of having to be like, oh, well, I don't know how I got here, the signs were there all along. Were you doing the little things every day to help you? Or are you doing the little things every day to hurt you? Which one do you want to be? So this month, if you see somebody doing, like, if you want accountability, just be talking to somebody and go like this. If you're not sure, if you're like, hey, what did I do? If somebody asks what you did that day, if they go like this to you, all they're showing you is that you're going to hockey stick up or down. Which one are you choosing to be on? So it's not Jaws. We're not crocodiles. It's just hockey sticking, the slight edge. What do you want to be? So that's all I've got. Really quickly for announcements, our Team Nation call is the first Wednesday of the month, and that will be in 2 days with Deanna Herron. So if you've not met her, you don't know her, you've never heard of her, be on that. That is at, I have to look, I think it's at 7. I think I wrote the wrong time down. I'm gonna look on Deanna's call. 6:45 our time. It's 7:45 her time, and for whatever reason, it's not in here. So be on her Nation call, and you'll get to meet her, and you'll get to see who we're going to get to meet for everybody that's going to Vegas, and you'll get to see a little piece of her heart. Be on the lookout for booths coming up. There'll be women's expos, there'll be spring shows, there'll be baby expos. Just watch for little places that you can put a table out for yourself, and, you know, like, be smart. If you aren't able to do it yourself, split your booths with people. There's that coming up. And then as we go, Deanna has Discover Arbonne's. Normally they're on a Sunday evening. So we're going to be plugging into hers to save ourselves calendar time. So I'm going to post when she adds me to an event, I go and I add the team leaders, and then you guys can all add your team to it. So you can see Discover Arbonne's. Our next, the next event that we will have, we'll do new product launches depending on when we're in Vegas, how soon we can get new products. So, like, if you guys end up with, I want it all sets here in Great Falls, then you can figure out, you guys can all combine and then invite everybody to a new product launch. I know we'll be doing stuff in Bozeman. May 1st is a Monday. That will be our next monthly meeting. And then the 3rd of May will be the next Nation call. So I'm going to unmute, see if you guys have any questions. So everybody's unmuted. Do you guys have any questions?
No.
Okay. Judy just asked, what does it mean when you were a nation? I meant region when I said nation, but in my head I programmed it to say nation. Because an RVP is region, and that's the level that you get your car. So when you go region, that means as a team, we are doing $40,000 a month plus. So everybody doesn't, like, we all think that a little bit doesn't matter. It totally does. When you add up $150 to $500 orders, and there's a bunch of them coming in, it accumulates really fast. So for yourself, and this is hard, even if you feel like it's not true, do not ever, ever, ever train yourself to be a next month Nelly, which is, I have all these orders to go in. I'm not going to promote. I'm not getting anything from this. I'll put them in next month when I'm paid on it. When we train ourselves to be in that mindset, you won't ever go anywhere because you're always waiting to put all these things in for the next month when it counts. You have to start yourself over, so you have a start over mentality in your head. Because if you don't, it'll always be, oh, I'll put that in next month. At that mindset, you will never hit your district bonus, ever. Because you'll look at it and go, you know what, I'm only at 3,500. I'll just wait. I'll put this in next month. You do it, your team's going to do it, and it will trickle down. Your team will be doing it, even if you start doing it and your team doesn't know that you're doing it, they know. They will start doing it, and it trickles down. You don't think that it matters, but it does. Because then when you're $1,000 from your bonus, and you know you have team members that are holding their orders in, it's frustrating for you. So just train yourself to give your best, give your all, 30-day periods, 90-day chunks. Train yourself every 30 days. Like you have a new mindset every 30 days, right? Like get out and go give it your best, but then do not quit for 90-day chunks. Because what you did, and I know a lot of you put a lot of work in the last 2 months, and it feels like you're not seeing it. That 2 months, I promise you, you're going to start seeing in April and in May. It works in 90-day cycles. Most people will start an Arbonne business and quit. They plant a seed, and they walk away before that seed got watered or harvested. So what happens? You have other consultants that are going to come along and that are going to be harvesting and watering what you planted because you quit before you took the time to see it go full circle. So work in 90-day periods, and you'll never have a lull in your business. So there was no other questions. I'm going to unmute you all. Say goodbye.
Thanks so much.
You're welcome. We'll see you guys soon. Bye, Krista. Bye, Nancy.
Thank you.
Bye, Julie. And bye, everybody who's going to watch a recording. Bye.